Om Namah Shivaya.
Shalom, dear friends. I am Professor Dr.Manoj.Kalantri from Pune, Maharashtra. I have come to speak to you about a very fundamental requirement of any bungalow, any apartment building, any factory, any go down, and that is the placement of the overhead water tank. My friends, you would say, so what about it? It is to be placed in the southwest direction. My friends, that is completely wrong. It's erroneous. Why do I say that? I do agree that the southwest is supposed to be the highest and the heaviest point. But my matam, which is like the Bhagavad Gita of Vastu Shastra, written around 5000 years ago, when it has talked about the placement of water, may it be in an individual premise or your village, which is called Gram Rachana, or town planning or a satellite township, it has categorically said Nairityam Vyadi Pida. Nairitya is a Sanskrit name for the southwest. You cannot have a water element in the southwest at all. The southwest is governed and ruled by the Prithvi Tattva. It is a Jadatva factor, but never make it heavy and high by the water element, the Jala Tattva. What are the ideal directions for placement of water? The center north, the northeast. The northeast is in fact the most ideal direction to have underground water, the Jala Tattva, but below the ground. And the center east. But none of these three directions are considered appropriate for an overhead water tank, because in none of these three directions you can add to height and weight in the premise. You place a water tank. The fourth acceptable position for water is the center west, because as per Ekashati by the Vastu or the Parashamic division of a Vastu, the center west of a premise is governed by Lord VARUN. God of rains. And it is the center west where both height and weight are completely acceptable. So if it is an independent overhead water tank, you need to make 9 parts of the west direction, and in the central part is where you have your tower and with which you have your overhead water tank. Or if it is in a building, you need to divide the west of the building into 9 equal parts and place the overhead water tank in the center of the west, which is governed by Lord VARUN. Just in case that single division or single pada, single section is not enough to house your overhead water tank, you can move 2 sections ahead. That is, 1 section towards the northwest and 1 section towards the southwest. So you have 3 divisions out of the 9 divisions to place your overhead water tank. So it is a center west of the building or of the bungalow or of any other premise where you place the overhead water tank. There are other finer nuances or norms that do with the placement of any water body. Like you should not make a water body on a Saturday or Sunday. There are certain auspicious deposits that need to be done in a water tank, regardless of whether it's an underground water tank, over the ground water tank, or overhead water tank. You will need to, of course, consult a very well learned, erudite, and seasoned Vastu Shastra consultant who has a good grip over these ancient classical scriptures, which have covered literally and virtually every aspect of human dwellings. So my friends, the long and short is, it is the center west of a premise or the plot where you have the overhead water tank. I'm sure I've made myself amply clear and I have resolved this issue in many of your minds. I would like to sign off now and keep watching our videos because I will keep coming up with these small interesting topics. If you have liked the video, kindly like it, kindly subscribe to our channel, kindly share it. It's important that our friends and relatives know the truth behind authentic Vastu Shastra. And don't forget to look into the description box. Looking forward to meeting you there too. So Shivam Kalyanam, Professor Dr. Manoj Kalantri from Eshans Emporium.